Go to example 3 in your notes packet, and remember we're going to use SOHCAHTOA for this problem. What I want to do is I'm given my angle and I'm going to label my sides. My x is my adjacent side and my 8 is my hypotenuse. So what trig function would I use with this angle if I have the adjacent and the hypotenuse? Good, I should use cosine. So I'm going to say cosine of my angle, 30 degrees, equals my adjacent over hypotenuse. Now we want to multiply both sides by 8, and we also want to replace cosine of 30 degrees with square root of 3 over 2. And that's how we're going to get my x value. I know that 8 divided by 2 equals 4, so I can say x equals 4 square root 3. Now we want to go to example 4, and we need to find all of the missing angles and sides. So before we start, let's set up capital A, and we'll have capital B and capital C, and then lowercase a, lowercase b, and lowercase c. These are my sides. We already know that capital A is 28 degrees, and we know that C is 90 degrees. So the first thing we can do is find B. And to do that, we would just add 90 plus 28 and subtract that from 180. So we'll get 180 minus 118, and that will be 62 degrees. Now we want to find all of our sides. So we are given B, and that is the adjacent side to angle A. C is the hypotenuse, and A is the opposite. And we'll use this to find our sides. Now there's a few different ways that we can do this, but first I'll find my A, my opposite side. I know that's opposite and I have adjacent, so I'm going to use tangent. So I'll say tangent of 28 degrees equals A over 15. And then to get A, I would just put 15 times the tangent of 28 degrees in my calculator. Make sure your calculator is in degree mode when you do this. And I would get about 7.98. So I can fill that in over to the left with my answers. Once I have this, I want to find my hypotenuse, C. So again, there's a few different ways we can do this, but now that we know the opposite side, I could just use sine of 28 equals 7.98, that's my opposite, over my hypotenuse, C. And then we can just put this over 1 and cross multiply to solve. When I cross multiply, I get C times the sine of 28 equals 7.98, and I'm going to divide both sides by the sine of 28 degrees. When I do this, I get approximately 16.99. And then you can fill in all of your sides and all of your angles.